Ahoy! Today I was working on a video about attribute perks because I wanted to see which ones of them are actually good. One of the perks that I was curious about was the 250 strength perk. Stamina regen is faster while performing basic attacks with a melee weapon. This perk is incredibly vague because it neither tells us how much faster the stamina regen is or how exactly this perk works, if it affects the stamina regen delay or the regeneration itself. I asked around, but no one could really give me a good answer. Thanks to Sur, who actually showed me an old version of the perk, which used to be stamina regeneration continues while performing light and heavy attacks with melee weapons. This effect would be easier to test, but it's no longer the case because all light and heavy melee attacks now have continued stamina regeneration, so this is not unique to 250 strength anymore. So I went to the game and did some testing. On the left side, you will typically see me using a dex build that doesn't have 250 strength. That's whenever I'm using the Blade of the 19th. On the right side, where you see me using Hybris, I have 250 strength. This is also the case in the clips where I'm using the longsword, and you see those two greatswords on my back. In every clip you see, I always synchronize the stamina regeneration so that it would hit the lowest amount at the same time, so I could see if there was any difference in the regeneration from the lowest point. First I tested just dropping my stamina to 10 and then hitting the air until my stamina is full. The difference here was so incredibly minor that I would credit that to ping. Then I tested what would happen if I drained my stamina completely down to 0 to see if that would make a difference. It definitely didn't. The build with less than 250 strength actually hit full stamina slightly earlier. I also compared two things with both above 250 strength, which was hitting a mob or hitting the air. The stamina values don't start from the same point here, but the regeneration is exactly the same. Then I went to work on a dummy. Since the greatsword has a stamina regen perk in the build and I didn't want to respec for it, I simply used my longsword or my sword shield instead. And what I found initially was that it seemed that the regeneration kicked in a little bit quicker with the 250 strength perk, but then after testing it a couple more times, I found that that was just an outlier with, again, probably some slight ping difference, where a few frames difference happened at the end. But later on, doing the same test, I also had the opposite outcome, where the below 250 strength perk was slightly faster, a few frames faster. So, once again, there does not seem to be any difference here at all. And I can't explain this. If this stamina regeneration exists, it should be visible somewhere. I don't want to go too far here and say that it definitely doesn't work at all, because maybe there is some specific condition under which it works and I just don't understand how it's supposed to work or what I need to do in order to trigger it. But so far I can't find any situation where this perk would have made a difference. I tried looking up if other people had reported this problem, but all of the bug reports about the 250 strength perk were about an old bug when this perk would still end up delaying certain animations. It is possible that while fixing that bug they may have ended up breaking the effect of the perk itself. I'm not sure. If any of you has any idea how this perk is actually meant to work, please let me know. I would be very curious to hear about it. But since I now got stuck trying to figure out this effect, I didn't actually finish the whole attribute video, so that will be coming very soon. If you're interested in that, please consider subscribing and clicking the bell. Also, we'll likely be able to talk about the upcoming patch soon, which should hopefully be announced this week. As such, I hope to see you for the next one soon. Thanks for watching. SLOTH out.